Hello guys, welcome to our grade 12 math session. My name is Batseba Nkhabane and I'm your grade 12 math teacher. Okay, so just to make sure that everyone is in the right session, this is grade 12 maths and we are still doing differential calculus. Please note down my email address. It's my name and surname, Batseba Nkhabane @gmail.com. So it's my name, surname, no space, @gmail.com. Okay. So these are some of the links I use. So I use this Yavula textbook. You can use any other textbook. The content is probably the same. And we are going to do past papers from our DBE website. Okay. So in case if you missed videos, if it's your first session today, or you just want to go through the work that we've been doing so far, you can go to YouTube, look for our Africa Teen Gigs channel, and then type in your grade and subject. Okay. So if you missed videos or you just want to go through the work, then do that. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for other updates. So during the lesson, please just make sure that you're on mute and your videos are off. And also we'll have questions after each example or exercise, or you can send me an email. Remember my email address, my name and surname, no space, @gmail.com. And we have only math related questions in our chats. So in today's session, we're just gonna do, so we're going to factorize cubic functions using grouping method, synthetic division, and long division. Because you guys, when we were doing problems, you were asking how we get the factors. Okay, so we're just gonna go through that today so that it makes it easy for you to find your your x-intercepts. Okay, so we're gonna try these three methods. You can use any other method that works, like for example, inspection. So as long as you find a method that works for you and it's quicker, then you can use it. Okay. So for example, in this example, you're supposed to factorize, okay? So the first thing we said we check by inspection, okay? So first we'll try, for example, we'll try f of 1. For example, so in the place of x in the equation, you substitute with 1. Okay, so you'll realize that if you substitute with 1 in all the equation, you'll get 1 plus 1 minus 9. Okay, so it's 1, 1 minus 9 minus 9. Okay, so if you solve this, you'll get negative. So you'll get negative 16. Okay, so this means that x minus 1 is not a factor. Okay, so we did this. Not a factor. Okay, so this is by trial and error. Then you'll try f of minus 1. And then you'll find negative 1, positive 1, positive 9, and negative 9. Okay, so meaning that you get 0. Okay, so then we can say x plus 1 is a factor. Okay. Okay, so now we've identified that x plus 1 is a factor. Okay, so if we were to use, for example, a grouping method, we would look at the first two terms and the last two terms. Okay, and then you will see that what's this? The ratio of, remember the coefficient here is 1. Let me just write that. So the coefficient here is 1. Okay. So what you'll see is the ratio. So the ratio of 1 and 1. So if you say 1 divide 1, it will give you 1. Okay. And then if you look at the coefficients of the last two terms, you'll have negative 9 divided by negative 9. Okay. Which is also equals to 1. So because your ratios are equal, then you can use the grouping method. So how you group is you look at the common factor in this case. So you'll have x squared into your x plus 1. And then for the last two terms, you'll have negative 9 into x plus 1. Okay. Can you see that? So to check if what you're doing is right, you check x times x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times positive 1 is x squared, okay? And then negative 9 times x is negative 9x. Negative 9 times positive 1 is negative 1, okay? Then you'll see that you have a common factor in the terms. Then you'll have x plus 1 into your x squared minus 9. Okay, so you'll have x squared minus 9. So after that, what you will see is this is a difference between two squares. Can you see that? So this is a difference between two squares. Okay, so you will have your x plus 1 into x plus 3 and x minus 3. Okay, so remember guys, this term, it's not the case that you'll always have what's this, a difference between two squares. Sometimes you will have to use the quadratic equation or the quadratic formula. I hope you can use that. So if it's not a difference between two squares, you can check if you can factorize by inspection or if you can use the equation. Okay, so in our case, then now this is simplified. Okay, so let's say you were trying let's see if, do you guys, I think there was a question. I'm using, okay, for now, I'm using the grouping. Okay, let me just, because I'm grouping like, let's say, let me write on top. Really sorry about this. So remember, just use any method that works for you. So now we're using, so for this one, we're using grouping. Sorry about that. Okay. So this is when we're using our grouping method. Okay. So then now you can see that this you can simply use difference between two squares. But then there's another method that you can use, which is called synthetic division. It's also quite easy. I think it's even easier than long division, but they're almost the same. Okay, so with synthetic division, you need to identify your factor. Okay, so you need to identify your factor first. Okay, then you write, okay. Remember we have our x plus 1 as a factor. Then here you write your root, which is -1. Okay, because remember, if x plus 1 is a factor, then x equals to -1 is a root. Okay, so you write your root, and then you write the coefficients of all your terms. So the coefficients of your terms in this case will be 1. Okay, the second one, it's also +1. The third one is -9. And the fourth one is -9. Okay. So these are our coefficients. So this is also a 1 here. So it's 1, 1, -9, and -9. Okay. So I always say you can just write a small, okay. So outside you can write a small multiply sign, just a reminder. And then inside you write a small plus sign. Okay. So the first thing you do is to say, okay, 1 plus what's here? So it's 1. Okay. And then you say -1 multiplied by 1, which gives you -1. Okay. And then you add your 1 and -1, which is 0. Okay. And then again, -1 times 0, it's 0. And -9 times 0 is, no, -9 plus 0 is, because we are adding what's in here, 9. Okay. And then -1 times -1, 9 is +9. 9. Okay. And then when you add -9 and +9, you get 0. Okay. Okay. So these terms actually represent this term. So the term you will be multiplying your factor with. So you will have the 1 multiplied by your x squared, which will be x squared. And then, so these terms you can write as your, let's say this is your x squared. This is your x term. And then this is your x to the 0, which is your constant. Okay. X to the 0, which is practically 1. So you would have x squared, but then you won't have this term because it's 0. And then your constant will be -9. Okay. So this is the same as this term. So we're just trying to find the term that we're multiplying our factor with. Okay, remember this is from your factor. So if this is a factor, then this means x equals -1 is your root. Okay. So do you guys understand the synthetic division? Okay. Oh, let me go through your messages. Okay. Okay, I have a question from Terry and Cheslin. Okay, let's check Cheslin. Then we'll come to Terry. Cheslin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you still don't understand the grouping part.
Ma'am, it's okay, ma'am. I found another way that I can do it. So I kind of do understand. I just didn't understand where you had 1 divided by 1 and -9 divided by -9.
Oh, okay. I was just checking the ratios of the two terms.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, pleasure. Let's check Terry. Terry? Terry, I'm trying to unmute you.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So are you fine now?
Yeah, ma'am. I got the answer. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, guys. So this is our grouping and this is synthetic division. I actually think synthetic division is easier. Okay, there's Lorraine. Lorraine?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, do you understand now?
No, this next formula, this one.
The synthetic division.
Yes, I don't understand it. How did you get negative? Where did you get x squared minus 9?
Okay, from the synthetic division, remember we found that x plus 1 is a factor, ne?
Yes, ma'am.
So you take, if this is a factor, then it means x to -1 is a root. Then you write
Okay.
the coefficients. Coefficients is the numbers before your x.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
it's the 1, 1, -9, and -9. So you have 1, 1, -9, and -9. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after that, that's why I said just write a small plus sign here and a multiply so that you remember.
Okay.
So the first term, we said 1 plus 0 because there's nothing here.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's 1 plus 0, it's 1.
Okay.
And then you say negative 1 multiply by 1. Then you get negative 1.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after that, you say 1 minus 1, which is 0.
0. Okay.
And then you say negative 1 times 0.
Yes, ma'am. I
Then
get.
you get 0.
Okay.
And then, yeah, then you continue. Then you say negative 9 plus 0, which is negative 9.
Oh, now I understand, ma'am.
Yeah. So when you work with the ones which are outside, you multiply. The ones which are
inside
you
we are at.
yeah. And
Okay.
then you will see that on top here, I wrote x squared, x to the 0. So the number that you get here, you multiply with your x squared, because already we have this term. So we're looking for the term with x squared. So you will have 1 times x squared, which is x squared. And then you'll have 0 times x, which is 0.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you'll have negative 9 times 1. Because remember, x to the power of 0 is 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it will be 1 times 9. And then you get
negative 9. Okay, I
Yes.
get you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
great.
you.
You're welcome. Good. Okay. So if we were to use long division, that's what I'm saying, long division, it's almost like synthetic one. So if you have long division, you will have so this one, it's long division, okay? So it's long. Mhm. So now we're going to do long division, okay? So you'll have your x plus 1, and then inside you'll have x cubed plus x squared minus 9x minus 9. Okay. Then you will say x cubed divide x, which will be x squared. And then you say x squared times x, which is x cubed. And then x squared times 1, which is positive x. Squared. Okay. Then you put a negative sign, just to remind you. Then you'll have x cubed minus x cubed, which is 0, and x squared minus x squared, which is 0. Okay. And then you bring down your negative 9, right? 9x. Okay. Then you say 9x. So you say negative 9x divide x, which is negative 9. And then you'll have negative 9 times your x, which is negative 9x. And then negative 9 times positive 1, which is negative 9. And this is the 9. Then you'll have negative 9x minus, remember this will be negative times negative, which is positive. So it will simply be negative 9x plus 9x, which is 0. And again, you have negative 9. So negative times negative is positive. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. Okay, so then you have your x plus 1 times x squared minus 9. So it's still the same as this one. Okay, are you guys still fine? Okay, so remember guys, yes, long division is from primary. So we're using everything that we've been learning, and then, yeah, so it's basically that. So you will choose a method that works for you, and then you use that. Okay, so are you fine, guys? Can I do another example quickly? Guys, are you fine? I think Cheslin. Oh gosh. Okay, Cheslin, just find one method that works for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I have one, ma'am. I found it from another text.
Okay, because you will get to the same answer eventually. So just
Thank you,
use
ma'am.
one. Okay, great. Let's check Shalom. Shalom. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, great. There's a message from Tobani. Tobani.
Yes, ma'am.
Tobani. Yes, are you
Yes,
fine now, or do you
I
still
was
need help?
saying that there's, I think I want the steps because if you're explaining it, I'm very lost in the first one.
Okay, I'll try to find a better way to write the steps, and then maybe I'll share the document with you guys on Monday in a folder or something. Okay, but Yeah, I'll try to, but this is how it works. Or maybe you can just go through the textbook also, and because there's other methods that you can use, and then try to find one that works. But then I'll also try to write better steps. Okay. And then there's also Terry,
Ma'am,
do you understand now?
ma'am, I just Ma'am,
Terry?
I just wanna know where you get the x squared minus 9 with synthetic division. I understand the numbering and everything.
Okay, okay. From already we can see that we have x plus 1. Remember, we're trying to find factors for x cubed, isn't it? So it means the next term we will find will have x squared, like 1 less power. Do I make sense? Because if you have, okay, if you have x plus 1, ne? Terry?
Yes, ma'am?
If you have x plus 1, you already know that the term that's going to be multiplied with this x plus 1 to get x cubed is x squared plus something, and then you'll also have a constant, isn't it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you'll have 3 terms on this side, isn't it? So that when you
Yes.
multiply them, they give you this. So that's what we're trying to do when we find in the x squared minus 9. I don't know if
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it makes
So,
sense, ma'am.
yeah, so because already you have x plus 1, then it means when you do synthetic division, you're trying to find this term that you're going to multiply your x plus 1 with.
Okay, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, remember there's other methods that you can use. And if you find a method that you can use and it's easy for you, then use that method. Okay. So we're all different and we use different methods, but as long as they are mathematically correct, you will get to the right answer. Okay. So let's try another one. So try this using the different methods and see. And see which method will work for you. Okay. So let's say you were also supposed to factorize this. Okay. So you would try grouping. Let's say you wanted to try grouping in this case. So if you were to try grouping, you would see, like, if you look at these two terms and the last two terms, the ratio is different, okay? So using grouping would not be possible, okay? Because if you, this is 1, so you have 1, 1, minus 5 and 3, okay? So if you were to try grouping, let's say you wanted to try grouping, you would find that the ratio of these two, which is 1 divided by 1, is equals to 1, okay? But then the ratio of the last two terms is 3 divided by negative 5, okay? So it means it would not be possible to use your grouping, okay? But then if we try synthetic division, okay. So if you were to try synthetic division, you would have to find a factor first. So you need to check your factor. Okay. So you would try 1. So if we try f of 1, you'll see that you get 1 plus 1 minus 5 plus 3. Okay. So this would be what? Negative 1. So this means x okay. Then you would try f of negative 1, okay, because this is 1, 1. Okay. And then you would try negative 1. So negative 1 would give you negative 1, okay? And then this would be plus 1, okay? And then negative times negative would be plus 5, okay? Okay. So if you try negative 1, so you'd have negative 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3. So this will also not give you 0. And then you try to if you try 2, you would have 8 plus 4, okay? Okay. And then also if that doesn't work, so -8 plus 4 plus 10. Wait, which one did I? Okay, maybe I made a mistake somewhere. Okay. Wait, but then you would need to find a factor and then, how did I do this one? Okay. Where did I make a mistake? The first one. 1 plus 1. Yeah. My bad. Okay. So yes, the first one, my mistake. Sorry about that, guys. So this is 1 plus 1, which is 2, and then 3. So this was 0. Sorry about that. So our x minus 1 is a factor. Okay, is a factor. So we tried, let's say we're trying long division. Thank you guys for seeing that mistake. Okay. So you would have x minus 1. Okay. And then you'd have x cubed plus x squared plus 3. Okay. So the first one was fine, when you substitute with 1. Okay. Then you say x cubed divided by x. This is x squared. Then this times that, it's x. So this would be x cubed, okay? And then that times that, negative x squared. Okay. And then remember your negative. So x cubed minus x cubed is 0. And then x squared, negative times negative is positive. So you'll have x squared plus x squared, which is plus 2x squared. And then you do the same process again. 2x squared, divide that, will be plus 2x, and then 2x times that is 2 squared, 2x times -1 minus 2x. Then you bring down the 5x. Okay, then you have 2x squared minus that, this is 0. And then minus 5x plus 2x, then you have negative 3x. Okay, then the same process again. Bring down the 3. Then you have minus 3x divide x, minus 3. Then minus 3 times that, minus 3. Negative times negative, positive. This is x. 3. And then you will get 0. Okay, so it means in this case you'll have x minus 1 into x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, then you can factorize this further. Okay. 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 So are you guys fine? So if you have other methods, then we can look into that. So do you guys understand? So you can try the synthetic division and all that. So for your homework, let me just go to your homework quickly. So for your homework, please do question 8 from the 2017 and 2018 November exam. Right.